Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday to you. Coach Steve Collins coming to you live from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. All right. The master and the beginner have this in common. They both must be incessantly committed to the fundamentals. Let us dissect this statement, shall we? What exactly does this mean? Anybody ever heard of Kobe Bryant? How about Michael Jordan? Maybe Tiger Woods? Maybe Conor McGregor? You know, these are some names of people, Floyd Mayweather, that are known in athletics for being masters of their game. Simply defined as having honed their craft to such a level that they are recognized by their results as world-class winners and competitors. Now, imagine the young man who begins today MMA or some type of UFC fight preparation. That person in training, who will likely be trained by a master, will be incessantly, without cessation, without ceasing, without stopping, will be continually committed for a very long time to begin getting down the fundamentals. And you see, the master who's training that beginner probably came in a couple hours earlier before the training session and worked on the fundamentals. You see, the master never escapes the fundamentals. If there is a master who arrives at mastery level and then stops practicing the fundamentals, guess what will happen? They'll lose the fundamentals. And if they lose those fundamentals, they are no longer masters. I mentioned Kobe. I mentioned Michael Jordan. I mentioned Conor McGregor. Do you know what these guys do when they're not in the game? They are practicing. Constant and never-ending practice. When Kobe was alive, he was known as the first one on the court and in the gym. He was known as the last one to leave at the end of the day. But people would say, why does he need to do that? He's such a master. Well, he's a master because he does that. And yet the new person coming to play basketball must learn the fundamentals. So what is the point? As a master, you never get away from the fundamentals. The fundamentals are key and critical. The big difference with masters who practice the fundamentals, the most significant difference is this, is that it starts to look natural because they get so good at it. It starts to look like it's not difficult because they're so good at it. It starts to look like there's very little effort because they're so good at it. And it's not that they were so good at it that makes it easy. It's that they practiced. Practice, 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 practice. So the master and the beginner have this in common. They must be incessantly committed to the fundamentals. Are you a beginner? Lean into the fundamentals. Are you a master? Then I acknowledge you for the mastery and practice you've probably put in before this time. Have an awesome weekend, guys.